Hope everybody's doing well today. This is certainly a great day in the city of Columbia, getting a new fire station built. So we appreciate everybody being here. First, want to welcome everybody here for this exciting time, like I say, in the city of Columbia, because this is something that we've been longing for and it's coming to pass. So, of course, we want to just recognize, like our mayor, uh, Daniel Rickenmann, Will Brennan, our city council member. I don't see any other members of the council. City manager, of course, who has supported us the whole time. I do want to recognize the former city manager, Ms. Gentry, who kind of did a lot of work on this thing, and we appreciate her as well. To our city manager, Henry Simon. I don't see any other city managers. Oh, Clint. I see Clint back there hiding in the cut, so thank you for being here. um, Also, we have Miss Felicia Kilgore, City Director of Community Development. We want to thank our partners as well. Certainly, we could not have done this without our partners. I'm quite sure that Ms. Wilson come up, or the mayor, he may be missing stuff, so I'm not going to go through a whole lot of stuff. But I also want to thank Ken Newell for he going to get us a nice building here, so we appreciate him. And we look forward to that. Members of the Reeves Young Construction, who are leading the building of this station, thank you all for being here. I want to thank all of our members from support services, engineering, and procurement. I also want to thank our firefighters. Certainly, this is a great day for all of us to kind of come together, and particularly those who are going to be working at this station too, because like I said, we've just been longing for this. Now, excuse me. So this is like a 15,000 square foot building. We want to recognize Mr. Sam Johnson, who just came up as well. He's the last one on council, I saw. He's always the last one in the room, so. You try. Okay, so this was a long road to get there. This certainly we have been longing for this for some years. This did not originally was a fire station that we're residing right now, but we made do for what we had. So this is a great moment. This station was built like in the 1970s, and we've been using it since about 1990s. So again, I'm grateful to our city leaders, our mayor, council, and our city manager for making this day happen. This new station is not only needed by our members, but also by our community. We have a lot more development here in the past 30 years. Our Station 2 crews runs about, they run calls during the football games, they take care of USC, and they run about 1,400 calls a year annually. So this is really going to go a long way for that. So I'm going to step out the way. I just want to welcome everybody and just thank you all for being here. We got some speakers who are going to come up right now. First of all, I want to introduce our Honorable Mayor, Daniel J. Rickenmann. Okay. All right, I'm going to go ahead and introduce. I had him down there, but since the mayor tell me what to do, I'm going to go ahead and bring up our Councilman, Will Brennan.
It's kind of fitting we're here for a groundbreaking on a nasty, muddy, gross day. I mean, this is the stuff y'all thrive in. So this is great. Thank you so much, our Columbia-Richland fire professionals. My name is Will Brennan, and I am City Council District 3 representative, a growing district, and I'm proud to be in front of you this moment to celebrate the Olympia community and the entire city of Columbia. Breaking ground on this new fire station represents a promise kept by this council and past councils, an investment in safety, service, and the long-term strength of one of our city's most historic neighborhoods. Now we all know this. I see some Olympia residents here. Olympia has always been a close-knit resilient community. Residents here, some louder than others, have advocated for improved safety resources, and this project reflects the city's commitment towards that. This new station will significantly improve response times, as Chief Jenkins mentioned, and provide enhanced protections for families, all the students in the area, and the growing business corridor that is here with us. This project is the result of a lot of strong collaboration. The Columbia-Richland Fire Department, led by Chief Jenkins, has been very instrumental in shaping everything that has gone into this. He and the team have poured their souls into making this happen. Beyond public safety, this station will support continued revitalization in the Olympia and District 3 area. We've all seen the pretty pictures of what could come this way, so we need to be ready for it. This is the investment in the public safety infrastructure that is needed, and I'm so glad that this council could make that happen. Today marks the beginning of that construction, but it also marks the beginning of that new chapter in growth in this area. I want to thank everyone who helped make this day possible, and together we're building a safer, stronger Columbia. Thanks so much, Chief.
All right. Next, I'm gonna call up our city manager, Ms. Teresa Wilson, who has really given us a lot of support on this thing. We really appreciate all your efforts and just the fact that you're making this happen for us. Ms. Teresa Wilson.
Good morning. I know that when we put our heads together in the city of Columbia, we can definitely achieve great things. And this is just another example of that. You know, standing in the Olympia community, and I know Mama Vi Henley, where is she? I know she must be, there she is. Oh, we have on similar jackets. Yeah. Right. She has been such a steadfast, determined, dedicated, sweet spirit, and I know there's so many others in the Olympia community. She just has been that voice, and she's been that voice for a long time. And I think it's really a testament and an example to when community members working with, our policymakers and our staff, again, the great things that we can do together. And I would say that while we're here for New Station 2, and it's been a journey, and Ms. Vi knows that because she would send me, like, there's a fire station conference on design in North Carolina or wherever it was, for years since we reached this day today. And Bob Probst, our city architect, and Chief Jenkins and Assistant Chief Folsom, all the team, we would listen to her and sincerely consider all the different options. And so these things don't happen overnight. I'm saying all that to say that example can be replicated in other parts of our communities. This isn't the only area where a new fire station is needed. Like, we hear you all, we see you. This is the word that they live and breathe, and it's their home. So it's so important because they spend time in these stations away from their families, and they ought to be worthy and deserving of the time that they spend there. It ought to be safe, secure, like a second home, and it should represent what our communities deserve. So that collaboration has really gone into every step of the planning process, and we brought in Stuart Cooper Newell to help us through the design phase. Let's give them a hand. They knew their assignment, and the goal was to bring a modern fire station to our communities in Olympia. Also one that would keep with the historic character of the neighborhood. We heard that from the beginning, that was important. And from there, our fire department worked with other members of our team Columbia. Some of them are here to plan every detail of this new station. That included hours spent by our support services team, engineering, procurement, and of course community development. And we thank our director Felicia Kilgore and her team who are here because they also did an excellent job in identifying funding sources and working with all the teams I mentioned and finalizing that the community development block grant mitigation funds would be a good source of funding for us to leverage for that roughly $10 million now project. And we end up seeing some savings here at the end, so we're thankful for that. But we're now confident in Reeves Young. Let's give them a hand. As they bring the blueprints to life, and we'll watch it happen after we break ground today. So the long road to today was worth every moment to provide our communities and our brave firefighters this new station, and our city sees the incredible work that you do every single day. Our hope is that this station will help you continue to do that work for many years to come. Thank you.
I'm gonna skip the mayor again, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and bring up Mr. Henry Simon. He gonna have to make sure this building's kept up through his team, so we want to bring up Mr. Henry Simon to the city manager at this time.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Chief Jenkins. Good morning to everyone. As Chief has stated, Assistant City Manager of Operations, of course, for the City of Columbia. Thank you, Ms. Wilson. Thank you, Councilman Sam Johnson, Mayor, Mr. Brennan. Thank you all so much for your support and your presence here on today. This is another significant investment made by the City of Columbia that again demonstrates our commitment to fire safety and the appropriate responses to our community needs. When you look at the renderings of our new fire station, you can see how intentional we have been regarding the design. And as our city manager indicated, the fire station will be modern and innovative, yet also incorporate the historical significance of what we see at Olympia Mill. So there was a lot of study that was done on some of the buildings around the area. And throughout our conversations, we have been very focused on finding inspiration actually from the Olympia Mill concept and design. This fire station was also designed to meet the needs and expectations of our firefighters. Let's give one more time, let's give our firefighters a hand for the work that they do for our community. Thank you all so much. So there was some intention around the working and the space that they work in. Health and welfare is significant to our firefighters. It's a vital component of the design as well. And we appreciate the work that was done regarding that, whether it's the physical readiness, their mental well-being. We also thought about the gym that's in the space and workout areas that's in the space as well. I think this is really important to ensure that they have a place where they're comfortable, a place where they can be mentally ready to respond to our community when needed. And to our citizens, this is proof, as Ms. Wilson stated earlier, that we hear your desires. We understand your desires, and this is our true commitment. We strongly believe that this will be an asset to our citizens for years to come. Also want to acknowledge, as Ms. Wilson did as well, Clint Shealy, who's over the engineering department. They were intimately involved in the process. Dana Higgins, her team, Kelvin Kiesler, the Director of General Services, Stacy Dixon, all those departments were intimately involved. And again, Missy Gentry, our former Assistant City Manager, was very hands-on up until her retirement. So we're thankful for her commitment to this project as well. So thank you all so much for being here. We appreciate it, and we look forward to seeing such an amazing project come to life. Thank you.
Y'all ever heard of that chant said 4 more years? Well, I'm very proud to introduce our mayor because he got 4 more years. So, and we appreciate him because, I mean, you know, he has really been championing this project as well, and very strong support of our fire department, and not only just the fire department, but the city in general. I got to say that. So let's recognize our Honorable Mayor Daniel J. Rickenmann at this time.
Good morning, everybody. I worked on the sunshine. It didn't work out this morning. It came a day early. But first of all, I want to thank everybody for coming together. This is a collaborative effort, and that's what we've been focused on for the last 4 years, is really working together as a team. And I think you see what the results out there. I want to thank all the firefighters. The last 3 or 4 days, y'all have been on it. A lot going on. 2 apartment fires, house fires, all the emergency calls that y'all make on a day-to-day. This is the beginning. I refer to this project as the Henley House. And I think I counted up in my emails, I have about 72 emails from you over the years about every nuance, every new room. Do you have a clean room in there? Are you doing this? Have you thought about this? The conditioning. Oh yeah, have you gotten the second gear yet for the crew? She has been your advocate, not only for this station, but for our fire department. We committed to invest in the city, invest in our employees, invest in our infrastructure. This is the beginning, but we're not stopping here. Just because this one's about to break ground does not mean that we're not committed to the equipment, the upgrades that are needed, to the houses that need to be redone, the living quarters being invested in, the technology that we need. I just was in Washington last week and had an opportunity in trying to figure out how we can do it with a new technology that actually fits on your helmet, so that if you get lost in the smoke, it actually has infrared and others, so that you can get out if you lose your direction. Where they're looking for cities to test it on. And of course, I volunteered our city. Sorry, city manager. We're going to have another project coming in. But this is an exciting day, and it is really a collaborative effort, from listening to our firefighters, listening to design teams, listening to the community. So I'm excited that we're groundbreaking today. It's only the beginning. I say that because it's only the beginning. We're going to continue to work together to make it happen. Thank you, Chief. Thank you, all of you firefighters that are here. Thank you for what you do every day. We don't say it enough, but the reality is when I look at those reports and I see where you've been, what y'all been doing, and how you do it day in and day out, we appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, man. So why are we here today? We're here today because we're doing a groundbreaking. But let me tell you something else. We're here today because of one person who would not let this die. And Mayor already made mention of that. She stayed on me, stayed on our firefighters, stayed on the city, and she would not let this die. This is something that she really wanted to see happen, and we really appreciate it. You know, we even gave her last year the Chief's Cross, because that's how much we respect her. The city manager was there to present it to her, the Chief's Cross. And she's just an outstanding community person, and she's got a lot of love for the fire service, and her tenacity just goes so far reaching, and we appreciate it. So we gotta have some comment from Ms. Vi Henley. Come on up, Ms. Vi Henley.
I first want to say it is my honor and my privilege to serve the firefighters of the Columbia-Richland Fire Department. There's been no higher calling in my life. My husband even supports it fully, which is unusual because I do a lot. Today is a wonderful day. Once completed, our Olympia firehouse. And let me say this, it is a firehouse. I want us to stop calling them fire stations. They should be the Olympia Firehouse, not station. Because I, as a community member, had never visited a fire station, ever. I don't know what I thought it was. And it wasn't until a Captain Hott asked me to walk inside his home. And it was at that moment that I knew that it was a home. Firefighters spend a third of their lives, their adult lives, in those firehouses. Many of us probably don't know that. This house will provide the Engine 2 firefighters a comfortable, safe, and healthy home to decompress from the unpredictability and the trauma of the call. I have seen these guys and gals come in from a traumatic call. The pall that is brought upon their house, you can never forget. Firefighting is among the top 10 most dangerous jobs in America. Firefighters are brave, selfless, and the most dedicated among us, and they're willing to provide their lives for us and to save others. The physical and emotional cost of the jobs are immense and take a heavy toll. And I'm thrilled to hear that the city is all in on providing our firefighters that safe, healthy, and comfortable home so that they can recover from the call. And I really believe, hearing today from our council people and from you, Teresa, and you, Chief, that we're going to get this done. But there's so much more to do. And so I'm asking community members to ask to go inside your house. You have the right to enter, and with the firefighters' permission, you can go inside their living quarters. You can see where it is that they sleep. And I would encourage everyone to do so. And then take on the call. Our city council and the wonderful city staff that has spent innumerable hours on this project need to hear from the community. And I believe that there are more people out there like me. I'm hopeful that there are. And with that, I say thank you, and thank you. Thank you all so very much. Y'all just don't know. I think we failed to express our appreciation for these men and women who are willing to put their lives on the line for us. And the trauma and the events, the unpredictability of what they might see in a single day is just immense. The moment I remember most clearly was I happened upon Station 2 after they had taken a call of an automobile on fire on 77. They were unable to extract the folks. And if you can imagine what that must have done to one's psyche, I know I have a hard time sometimes sleeping at night thinking of it. So, thank you, City Council. Thank you, Teresa. Thank you, Chief. And most of all, thank you all. And thank you, Ken, for helping educate me over all these years. Thanks very much.
Now, to the man who's making all this happen, Mr. Ken Newell.
Well, good morning. I don't deserve that comment. But thank you. The last thing you want to do is sit around in a cold, wet day and listen to an architect go on. So I'll take it for just a few moments here. And you would expect the architect to say a few things about the building and give you an idea of what to expect to see built here over the next 12 months or so. So first responders, first of all, it's been mentioned already, first responders have a very long and proud history of serving the community during times of some of our greatest needs. You normally don't see these folks until you're having a really bad day. And so we want to make sure that the public and the community has the opportunity to see and deal and interact with firefighters even before you have that bad day. But they're here to serve us during some of our greatest needs, and first responders are more than happy to be servants to their neighbors. And that's what they truly are. They're truly service to neighbor. At Stewart Cooper Newell Architects, we consider it a high honor to serve these servants. And so we appreciate the opportunity to serve those that serve us. We're so grateful that the city has allowed Stewart Cooper Newell Architects to continue our over 50-year history of supporting public safety departments across the nation. The station, a few things have been mentioned about the station. Let me give you a fill in a couple of other blanks. The station will be just over 15,000 square feet. It includes 3 double-loaded apparatus bays with the support spaces to them. It includes dedicated decontamination areas. It includes a training community room. It's got offices in it. It's got firefighter living spaces such as 9 bunk rooms, toilet shower rooms, laundry rooms, day rooms, kitchens, dining, what you would expect to find in a modern station. It's already been mentioned that we are looking a lot, the station has been modeled a lot aesthetically. This house has been stationed a lot after the old Olympia mill. I got that loud and clear. You'd think after 40 years I'd have that right. So we're glad that we were able to pick up on the aesthetics of the mill, but some of the things that people don't realize about that is some of the other parts that's been put into the station. Thankful to the city leaders and the city staff and the fire department, this house is designed incorporating the latest practices in protecting first responders. Some of those unusual practices that you might not know about is individual bunk rooms to protect against sleep deprivation. They're on shift typically for 24 hours, and they've got to sleep sometime during that, and if they don't, then they suffer the consequences of it, and some of the calls may suffer. So we want to make sure that there is much control over sleep deprivation as possible. Accommodations such as private toilet shower rooms for ever-changing ratio of male to female firefighters, how to make sure that the gender separations are maintained in the house at any given time. High-speed bifold doors for faster emergency response times. These doors that are programmed for the response side of this station open twice as fast as the typical fire station door opens. Incorporated training props into the on-site training evolutions. Instead of taking firefighters and equipment out of service to go across city, across county, across state for training opportunities, there's been many training opportunities built into the station itself. Outdoor space for decompression and mental health control or mental health aspects is they come back to the house with a lot of problems, a lot of stress, and we want to make sure that we incorporate as much of that. Something that some of you have heard about is incorporated biophilic design elements, bringing nature in, helping to relieve some of the stress that the firefighters have by having natural light, visual views, outdoor space that they can use. And some of the, and one, as importantly as any of it, is some of the newly adopted NFPA hot zone decontamination protection against cancer and infectious disease. Firefighters are anywhere from 2 to 121% more likely to develop and die from cancer than the rest of the layman population that's out there. And so we want to make sure that we're controlling those contaminants and not letting them come into the station, not only so that it protects the firefighters, but it protects their families when they go home to them as well. The city had the foresight to allow the use of material systems and finishes that should result in a house that serves the citizens of Columbia for at least the next 50 to 75 years. We look forward to working with Reeves Young, who are very qualified, and we're very pleased to be teamed up with them, work to make this one of the best possible public safety projects. And we trust that the city and the first responders will benefit greatly from the facility. Look forward to serving the city for many years to come. And I just want to say on behalf of Stewart Cooper Architects, thank you for allowing us to be part of this wonderful project. Thank you.
Well, that wraps up in a nutshell. Are there any questions before we move on to the groundbreaking? Move that dirt. Let's move that dirt.